Good Morning America's Winning Home Makeover series is brought to you by Roundup and Pier 1 Imports.
Today we're going to go down to Alexandria, Virginia on day 2 of our week-long series on award-winning home makeovers. Each of the spaces you'll see during the week has won a 1999 Contractor of the Year award from NARI, N-A-R-I, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. And today our house doctor, Ron Hazelton, is focusing on exterior renovations, a way of adding some curb appeal to your house, which is, I guess, like saying sex appeal for a house. Ron?
Well, does that make me the resident expert on sex appeal?
Yes, it does. All right.
This renovation project actually had 2 objectives. The first was to create a serene outdoor retreat, if you will, on this rather busy corner lot. A lot of traffic right here. And the second was to add some interesting architectural details to the exterior. Now let's take a look at the front of the house before here. You can see it was rather plain. The owners wanted to add an entryway that really had some punch. So to accomplish that, the builder used these columns, a railed balcony up here, double French doors that are sort of capped with an arched dormer. And leading up to the entryway right here, we have 2 fountains that flank this, but you don't just walk by these fountains, you actually walk over them on this stone walkway. Now, 2 other things that changed in this renovation were the driveway and the walkway. If you take a look at the before picture here, you'll see that they're very straight and they're hard surfaced. Well, now they're gracefully curving pathways that are not made of concrete or asphalt, but these small round rocks. Now, over here on the front of the yard, there's a mound or a burn which buffers some of that traffic noise coming in from the street, and also gives this front yard a little bit of interest where it would otherwise be completely flat. Now, if you're going to put stones down on a driveway like this, you'll find that you'll help you avoid problems with roots and also frost heaves, but you can't put those stones directly on bare ground. This is Anthony Wilder. Anthony, how are you?
Good morning,
Anthony was the
Ron.
contractor on this project. What do you have to do before you put the stones down?
It's imperative you use a silk cloth. It's a
We got some
weed
down
barrier.
here. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weed barrier. It's the only way to go. It's
Okay.
very important. You also can put it under the mulch.
Okay, let's walk over here and take a look at the end of the house. Now, this was very plain, just jutting up here, no
Yes.
windows or anything right here. I like what you did. You added an arbor right here to give it a little bit of detail.
Yeah, it sort of gives it a buffer and softens the garage.
And that'll be completely covered with plants, maybe by
Absolutely.
the summertime?
Flowering vines.
Now, this arbor right here, this is called a pergola.
Yeah, this is sort of a pergola or a gateway to the garden.
Now, why did you place this right here?
This was sort of focused on these trees to keep a nice natural flow from the front to the back.
And this also will be covered with
It'll be
plants?
profuse with flowers hanging out of it.
Great. See you in a couple minutes.
All right, thank you.
Now, you may not believe it, but this is a prefabricated garbage shed right here. Let me open the door so you can see the inside of it. And the reason you don't realize it's a garbage shed is that it's disguised behind all this lattice work and these columns. However, this is off-the-shelf material. This is all plastic, never has to be painted hollow on the inside. And this column right here, well, it's not wood, but it's actually also made of plastic, a resin, just like this. Now, the backyard of this house, if you take a look at the before shot, used to have a rather unattractive porch. That came down, went away during this renovation, and was replaced with this. This is a combination summer back porch and winter sunroom. And if you look right up on the top here, you'll see a large glass cupola. And if you look inside, you'll notice it's actually a skylight. And even though there's a lot of trees around here, there's plenty of light flooding into this room, and that gives us a sense of greater height right here. Over here, the favorite part, my favorite part of this renovation project, a cascading waterfall, a gently flowing stream, turns this backyard into a piece of paradise. To get across it, you walk on these rocks, which are supported on steel rods, and this waterfall right over here is positioned so that you can enjoy it from the outside, but also you can see it from inside the dining room, so you can enjoy it both inside and outside. But this paradise has not 1, but 2 waterfalls. The second one is right over here. And believe me, when you stand between these 2, you're surrounded by the sound of gurgling water. And this one you can see from inside the kitchen. Notice the view looking right through that banquette there. Well, this is Wendy Snyder. Wendy.
Hi, Ron.
You must really love this.
We love it.
If you take a look at this before we did any of this work, and then contrast that with the way that it looks now, is absolute transformation.
It's remarkable. It's completely transformation. It changed our whole experience of our own home.
It's beautiful.
Come home at the end of the day, it's like being away from the city. It's wonderful.
Anthony, congratulations. Can understand why you got the award. Okay, Charlie?
All right, Ron, it's my daily question, I guess, but overall, what did that cost?
This was a little over $200,000.
$225.
But I want to make the point that you can construct a fountain in a stream like this for as little as $5,000, $5,000 to $10,000.
Well, of course, that's important. I saw 2 fountains, 2 waterfalls in the back. All of that, of course, adds tremendously to a home. Do you suspect that it increases the value of the home as much as the project cost?
Oh, absolutely. You only have to look at those pictures, the way this looked before, the way it looks now. I mean, this is a different place.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much, Ron Hazelton.
See you tomorrow.
We'll be back with our series Lose Weight with Good Morning America, our regular Tuesday series, after this commercial break. Talk about getting rid of pregnancy pounds.